Hi, it's our story time once again. So, whenever I feel misaligned or unsure about something, I always ask for guidance, especially when it comes to my energetic work. And then you just have to wait. So, I have this really beautiful experience last week that I want to share with you. A woman I had never met reached out to me to express interest in my work, and with the tenderness of only a mother carries, she shared that she hoped I might one day have a session with her son, who is autistic and also nonverbal. Of course, autism or not, I would have loved to spend time with her son, but something in me did not immediately say yes. I felt that there was a much bigger purpose at play, and as I sat with it, what became clear was this. More important than me sharing one beautiful but maybe fleeting energetic moment with her son was the possibility for her to experience it with him, for her to discover a new language through which they could meet each other, for her to touch the space beyond words, for her to soothe him when needed, to communicate to presence, to share something sacred and intimate that belonged not to me, but to the both of them. So even though this energy is deeply, deeply healing, but I'm answering my calling not as a healer. I'm answering my deep calling more of like a messenger of this teacher. The energy is my teacher. And as a messenger, I would love to share this gift with you, right? So that you can be of service to yourself and to the people around you, to the people you serve, the people you care for. So the very next day after I received this message, I find myself unexpectedly in the presence of this young man who has cerebral palsy. He's hard of hearing, he has no eyesight. His mobility is limited to just the bed, and very minimal interactions, right? But the moment I entered the room, there was this, I mean, it was such beautiful energy around him, right? So crisp, so clear, like almost holy, the kind of feeling I get only in like places of worship or in nature when I'm alone, right? Beautiful energy. So I go and sit beside him, I kind of crunch behind him, and I just waited. And then he did something so beautiful. He moved his hand, he lifted it up, kind of came closer to my face. And then he lifted up his finger. I kind of joined him, met his little finger, and he led me on this really, really, really beautiful, energetic dance. Spent some time with him in his energy. And funny thing is, right? Usually, when I share energetic spaces with people and it's their first time, I'm the one kind of like leading the energy. And as I introduce it to them, they kind of like float around in my energetic buoyancy. But this time around, he was leading the energy and I was kind of like resting and swimming in his energy. And it was me on that day that was receiving his healing, right? His healing that was so grounding, so pure, so crisp, clear, untainted, and so holy, right? So holy. So, yeah, this was a really beautiful experience for me and a very, very loud reminder from one of his messengers, even without words, that this energy is for everybody. It's for everybody. And it's so healing for people who are carers, who need a tool to kind of breathe life force into the person that you are caring for. A tool to communicate, a tool to love beyond words, beyond your tired body, beyond your tired mind, right? It's such a beautiful tool. I mean, I mean,